Hello guys, Tough here. Just another informative video really, just to guide you guys on how to make some shelter kits and shelters. Just in case you're out and about and you need a bit of storage and you want somewhere to make camp, and this is the way to do it. So today I'm going to teach you how to make one made of sticks, primitive I know, but it still works, and the other one made out of tarp. So getting right into it, so the first thing you're going to need to do is make a kit, a shelter kit. So to do this, you're going to need to get your knife, or if you have a bladed object, I've got a machete in this case, put it in your hands. You want to walk up to these kind of bushes, you want to start chopping away. And what you want to do is you want to collect 5 short sticks. So I've got a long stick there, I'm going to get another long stick, and this one here. And then you want to sheathe your knife by pressing X, put it back into your inventory, and get the long stick in your hands. I'm just going to walk over to the place where I'm actually going to be placing these, and then you can see what's going on. So, right, first thing is split the long stick on your knee by pressing right trigger. That will make it into short sticks. So when your character's done that, you'll see that you should have 3 short sticks in your hands. What you want to go on to do now is grab your other long stick, put that in your hands by pressing A from your inventory, and split that also on your knee. Pressing right trigger. So you can see he's splitting that now. Should have another 3, yeah, in my hands. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right bumper onto my equipment, and I'm going to scroll all the way to the other 3 sticks. So what I'm going to do now is combine these. And you see at the bottom it says hold B combine. You want to do that, and you'll see the 3 will turn into a 5 on this this middle bit here. So the bottom right corner of the stick, you'll see it says 5 now instead of 3. So that means we've got 5 sticks in our hand. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our inventory, and after we found rope, whether we make it out of guts, whether we find it, or whether we make it out of rags, we're going to combine that with the stick. So we're going to hold B to combine again with the stick, and that's going to give us a few options. You can do a fence kit, press down on the D-pad, a shelter kit, which is what we need. You can also make flagpole kits, watchtower kits, stuff like that as well. So in our case, we're going to make a shelter kit. So we're going to hold down right trigger to make that now. And then you'll have something like this. So, take the shelter kit, put it in your hands preferably if you're going to be placing it straight away. So you hold down X to do that. And then you're going to kind of just want to find the best place really to put one down. So for example here, I don't really care in my base at the minute, so I'm just going to put one down here. So you press right trigger once with it in your hands, and it'll come up with a see-through kind of skeleton thing to where you want to put it. So for example, if I want to put it here, I can put it here. If I want to rotate it, bearing in mind that, just quick point actually, yeah, so while you're looking at it like this, if you're putting it down like this, the doorway is always going to be facing you, so it's going to be the side nearest to you. So for example, if I've got it like this now, but I actually want it, I don't know, I'm thinking, oh, it doesn't really fit there, so I'm just going to put it like this. I need to always make sure that the back of the shelter now is going to be facing outwards from where I am, and the doorway is going to be here where I'm stood. So very important that, guys. Obviously if you want to rotate, you can do up and down on the D-pad, and that will rotate it as well in different directions, but for this purpose we're just going to place it here. So I'm going to hold down right trigger to deploy. That's going to start making the kind of surround for it, and there we go. There's your kind of shelter site. If you walk into it, you can actually fold it back up again if you want to, if you put it in the wrong spot, and replace it. Bear in mind, once you've put everything on it, you can repack it, but you may lose some materials, so very important you kind of put it where you want it first time. When you go into it, if you hold down, or if you press the back button, sorry, to vicinity, flick over with the left bumper, you see it all lit up in red there, you can see that you've got your shelter site already. It does tell you what you need. So for example, this needs 4 long sticks, and it either needs 8 pieces of leather, 4 pieces of tarp, or 50 short sticks. Now, for the purposes of this video and everybody's time, I've already pre-prepared 50 sticks, short sticks in here that I'm going to attach to it. Obviously, if you are making a shelter kit from sticks, God bless you, because it's going to take you absolutely ages to find all those short sticks. But you know, hey ho, it is a shelter and it is somewhere to store your shit. So there's also tarp here as well, so I'm going to do that on the other next one I build. So I'm just going to collect all these pieces of short sticks now from my vicinity. put them into my inventory ready to place on that piece of shelter. So I'm going to go to my shelter site. I'm now going to select it, short sticks with A in my inventory, and I'm going to press right trigger to attach. You can see now on the left hand side under materials and short sticks there's now 5 short sticks out of 50. So we're going to really rinse and repeat this process really. You can do it this way, or you can actually just hold down A on the stick. While holding A you press left bumper twice, that puts you over to your vicinity. Keep holding A, then go down to where the sticks are and then let go of A, and that should drop it into there as well. A bit more long-winded for me though, I just like to kind of just do it like this really. So as you can see, the numbers on the left hand side, we're on 25, we're now on 30. We're going to build that up and then we can create our shelter kit. 40, 45 and 50. Now when I first started playing this game I always thought you needed tools to make a shelter kit. You don't really, you just need a blade, that's all you need, and in good condition. So now we've got the materials on, we need to get the base sorted. So what we're going to do is we're going to need to collect long sticks like we got from that bush before. Obviously I've already got a short stick here, so I'm going to attach that, exactly the same process as the short sticks. And as you can see I've got 3 long sticks here as well. So I'm just going to attach these on now. Now on my server, if you're playing on my server, you can actually build these anywhere more or less, as the building is pretty much flexible for anywhere. So I've got one up in my tower up there in my base as well. So yeah, so going back to it, shelter site, vicinity, 4 out of 4 long sticks and 50 out of 50 short sticks. This will enable you now to walk backwards, make sure that you're out of the actual square, and it'll say build improvised shelter. So all you want to do is just hold down X, 1 full revolution of the circle, and all being well you should have your shelter kit. And as you can see guys, you see what I mean, so when I put it down like kind of this way, when I place my kit, the doorway is always where you're stood. So obviously if you rotate it around that will change, but obviously and you can go into your shelter. As you can see it says pack to hold down X, you can pack it up and move it if you want, but like I say, you will more than likely lose some resources from it, not a lot. Then when you're in it you can press the back button and you can then see now you've got improvised shelter, and you've got 0 out of 100, so you can obviously put 100 items or 100 weight in here. You can also place fires in these as well and sit underneath them when it's raining. It will protect you from the elements, which is also pretty good. And also I quite like these ones because these are quite camouflaged. So if you've got like a camo base or an army base and you want something a bit more camouflaged, because you can't add camo nets to them, you can use it as a bit of camouflage. I even use it sometimes to put at the back of my cars, so it hides my cars in like woodland and stuff like that if I don't want anybody getting hold of them. So next thing we're going to do is make a tarp tent. So I'm going to quickly go and get some long sticks because I believe that is all I need for this. I'm going to use my machete. I'm going to gather a long stick on this bush. Once again, repeat the process. That's one. I'm going to get, dig up worms, what am I doing? Here, got them. And then I'm going to gather some more long sticks here. I'm going to gather some more here. So that's 3, I believe, and then I just need 1 more. So I'm going to go over here and get another long stick from this. So bear in mind, like I said before, to get your long sticks, always go to these kind of bushes. Big trees like that even, you won't get any from, so you're better off going to bushes. I'm quite lucky here because there is a lot of bushes, which is great. So there's not many trees, mind you, unless I go out of my base. So next thing I need to do then, so I need to make sure I have 5 short sticks to make my starter bit, my starter kit. So did I leave a short stick in here? No I did. Let me just get another short stick really quickly. So you can see I'm using a different item now, I'm using a cleaver. So like I said, any bladed object, even if you manage to find some kind of stone that's even sharpened, or even that bone knife that we created the other day when we were gutting the animals, use them as well, they're really good. So I've got 4 here. As you can see in the bottom right hand corner of the stick it says 4. I want 5, so I'm going to combine it with this one and make it into 5. When I've got 5, I'm going to go back into my inventory and hover over a piece of rope. I'm going to combine, and then I'm going to press down on my D-pad and I'm going to craft a shelter kit. Shelter kit should be made. There it is. I'm going to now put it in my hands. I'm going to walk over to the side of my other shelter just for argument's sake. I want it facing outwards towards me again, so exactly the same design as the other one, but it's just going to be made out of different materials. So I'm going to stick that down now. And then that's placed. I'm then going to go into my inventory again. I'm going to get my long sticks attached. I'm going to have to do this quite quickly, guys, because I've just noticed that my character is freezing to death, which is awesome. Love this game. So 4 sticks on there like that. So if I go into the base, you can then see again there's 4 out of 4, which is great. And now if I want to put tarp on, it just says 0 out of 4. So I need to find 4 pieces of tarp. So do I have any on me? I do. So you can see there tarp, and as you can see in the bottom right hand corner again, that means I've got 4 sheets of it. So all I'll do is just attach it to there by right trigger. I'll move backwards and I will build a tarp shelter. Tarp shelters, I believe, are better insulated. They don't have any better storage. They're still 100 out of 100, but they look a bit different. They you know, if you wanted something a bit more established, then you've got a nice tarp shelter as well with 100 out of 100 storage. And you can also, as you can see there, it says pack X hold. So I can also repack that if I want as well, if I'm going to go on my travels and I want a bit of shelter where I'm going. These are absolutely fantastic ideas, guys. You know, if you are out and about and you can't be arsed making crates, or you can't be arsed finding tents like these, or you know, if you can't find any like barrels and stuff to store your stuff in as well, these are ideal. You can have multiple in the same vicinity, and they're really good for obviously for storing your gear in and stuff like that. And that is literally it for me, guys. As you can see, my character has now got flu and he's cold, so I'm gonna have to go sort that out. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and please like and subscribe. Cheers, bye.